ourselves at the home of the world's first natural grass field as you get a look inside State in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. From the 10. And he returns this to the 22. Now Murray off play action. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Ridley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here? And he's taken down here by the Saints. Devon Hamilton breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cards, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now Ridley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Off play action. Huggins. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. This is Ridley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Off the play fake. Huggins. That's complete. Bernard.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Huggins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Huggins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Hey. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Dances by him. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down, as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They still can't get him. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. He'll get this one complete to Davis. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He's got Turner, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Murray, he's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there just before halftime. Throwing now is Murray. His throw caught at about the 5. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Murray. He'll buy some time right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Murray again. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to the ground. It's Ridley again.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down. Huggins escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray going to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
Watch the slant. Hey, time you got. 4 down, 4 down. Check Mike 99, Mike 99.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Turner. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Murray now. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a Saint touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to throw. Huggins. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw. Huggins. Flush to his right. Finding room at the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this from both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. On first down, Huggins. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Huggins. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, Huggins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Murray's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Huggins eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This to Hines on the drop-off. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw is Murray. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On play action, it's Murray. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray to air it out again. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd and goal, Murray feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Oliver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. John Franklin Myers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Huggins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray finds his tight end, Oliver, here outright. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. Rolling to his right. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
I like the...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, he gets it to go. And partner, we got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Looks for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Murray to throw. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Back to throw. Flushed out right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Keep doing it.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Murray, one final try. That's complete to Turner. And he'll be taken down, but not before.